Hey, this is Ashley with Right By Me, and today we're doing a couple of things. One, these are mostly dry. So this is from a previous video, and we were doing an experiment with air dry clay and trying to see if I could kind of use it as a resin replacement. I don't personally think I'm going to be able to, but I wanted to give it a shot anyway. It wasn't that expensive to get and to try, and if I can't use it on journals, I can use it on something else. I'm sure I'll find something. So the clay said it only takes 24 hours to dry. That was a lie. They were still extremely wet after 24 hours. I let it go for another 24 hours. So 48 hours later, and most of the pieces are still wet. And they really are not that thick. Like, these are still wet in the center and on the back. You can feel it, like when you press down, versus like on the top is dry, but like on the back. And I've been flipping them over so they'll be able to dry more evenly. So the wings, and they're still not that thick. 48 hours later, and it's still wet. I expected this one to take forever to dry. It's pretty thick, and yeah, it's completely wet in the back still. This one's pretty dry, except for like like right here and right here. So where the larger, slightly, and I mean like minusculely, slightly bigger, thicker pieces is still wet. This one seems pretty dry. This one's dry, and this one's dry. And this one seems pretty dry, although there's a little bit, the tiniest bit of give in the back. But these are all still wet. And I mean, these are like really not that much thicker than, so whatever. So I'm gonna keep letting those dry. I'm pretty happy with the definition that the clay has given everything. I think resin's definition is slightly better, but I always end up with air pockets, even though I do everything I can to prevent them. I don't always get air pockets, but on a lot of the really highly detailed ones that have little tiny filigree designs in them, I always get air pockets. There's always a chunk missing. I don't have a pressure pot, although I do have an air compressor. I could build a pressure pot. I just haven't had a reason to build a pressure pot. So I'm not going to do that unless I have a reason that I need to do that. So the definition's pretty good. It feels, it feels sturdy, but it's air dry clay. I mean, clay in general, I mean, come on. But we're gonna do some tests. So I apologize if it gets a little loud because I'm gonna be dropping it on a glass mat. I need to see how durable they are. I'm gonna do some force. Let's see. I mean, I'm surprised that it hasn't just and shattered everywhere already. So, I mean, all right, I'm gonna break it on purpose. So yeah. I mean, that took no force. That just buckles. I mean, just dropping it doesn't seem to break it. Yeah, that one fell on a corner and it didn't shatter it. it gives me some hope that if I put it on a firm, flat surface, that maybe it won't just like, because, you know, if you put it on a surface and you like, on a cover, and you just flip the cover over, you know, like, I don't want this to like break. And it's not breaking. I'm just looking at the little body of the butterfly here. It got flattened a little. Oh, I see some stress cracks. Yep, there it is. So, yeah, I really don't think this is a good option. Seeing if it dried all the way through. More or less it did. So the drop test works, but it still gets fractured. So I guess it doesn't work. And that is, I mean, that's what I expected. I'm still disappointed though. I was really hoping, because it's also a lot cheaper than 2-part cast resin, which is really expensive. Even if you get the cheap stuff. And man, when it comes to resin, you know, the price tag matters. Cheap resin stinks. It's harder to work with. It takes longer to cure. It doesn't always cure very well. You know, the more expensive it is, you tend to just get better options, as you do with most things, but you know. And there's a whole bunch of different things to learn with resin. I mean, there's the different types of 2-part cast resins, epoxy resins. There's different firmnesses. There's different things you use for, you know, you can't use, like, you don't want to use like a countertop epoxy resin on like silicone molds. You can, but that doesn't mean you necessarily want to. Yeah. Looks like I'm going to have to stay with resin if I want to use my molds and put these on any of my journals. It would be really good to use like the air dry clay with these types of things. Say if you were going to make like a decorative box, like a little jewelry box or a little keepsake box, because, you know, you're not going to be picking that up and putting it in a purse or dropping it or writing in it or putting it on a table, you know, like, you're not going to be handling it like every day to write in or to like draw in or something. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it was worth the experiment and it didn't cost me that much to do it, and I learned something new. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these somewhere so that they can finish drying and I can use them for something else. Alright, back to our regular scheduled program. Yesterday I left off on I made these two. I am still in love with this one so much. It is so cute. It is so cute. I absolutely love the little fairy wings behind her. So many other people have done that. I know why now. It is adorable. Then we made this one, and I like that one too, not as much as that one. And so we're just going to finish up making that, and then we're going to move on to signatures. So I went ahead and I printed out a bunch of the digital paper for this journal. I'm doing a 5 signature journal. It's big. There are 12 pages in each journal. So it's a pretty big in each journal, in each signature. So it's a pretty big journal. So I'm gonna have to use a lot of my other papers to bulk it out a little bit, because there is definitely not enough digitals for that. Excuse me. Keep getting dry spots in my throat when I talk. So we'll start that. It usually takes me a little while to construct signatures because I don't have as many like random papers. I have to kind of like make some or piece things together and find them all over my craft room. So there's that. Also, the papers I got, they are super gorgeous, okay? I mean, whoa, gorgeous. However, they are so detailed that there isn't a whole lot of like, there isn't, ooh, I dropped my phone, I'm so sorry. That was super loud. Okay, so like these are fine, but like some of these, like, okay, I'm showing you bad examples because those are the last of the, I mean, that one's okay. Okay, so like this one, I love it. It's so pretty. There is nowhere to write on this page. I can put, you know, I could use it for something else. Where is it? You know, I could put a flip there. Actually, that looks extremely good there. You know, I could put a flip there. I could put something else there, but there are so many like that. I mean, you can, if you use black, you can write on it, and you probably will be able to see it, but I don't know. I'm going to use them, but I'm kind of thinking of cutting a lot of vellum out and putting vellum panels down. So that it's see-through and you still get to see the beautiful imagery underneath it, but you have a better place to write. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll have to see, because we'll have to see when it's fully constructed, because I can do that when it's constructed. So I don't know yet. I just got glue all over that. I also broke down and I bought a couple of things on Amazon again. Oh, I'm so bad. And now I'm having trouble even remembering all that I bought. It wasn't that many things, but I tend to do it when it's really late at night and no one else is up and I'm by myself, and I just get in a shopping mood and I just kind of shop. It's my bad. And my husband's always like, what did you get from Amazon now when the package shows up? Oh, it's a good thing he loves me. So there's that. I know I got glue sticks. I got glue sticks. I did a bunch of research on glue sticks. I don't like glue sticks, but I want to you know, everybody's using them, so I wanted to try just to see if I could replace like this for doing this. Like Amazon doesn't have the, is it like Yoo-hoo, or you know, the UHU, the German brand of glue stick, purple on Amazon, and that's the one a lot of crafters seem to be using. So, and a lot of the reviews were like, this isn't the purple, even though it's like advertised as the purple or the blue. It's like the similar, it goes on with a color and dries clear. So I don't, you know, if it's false advertised, I don't want to buy it. If everybody in the comments is like, don't get it, don't get it, it's not the right one. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get it. So there's that. So I got Elmer's Glue Extreme. It had varying results and reviews, but all of the tester channels on YouTube were rating it pretty high. So I'm gonna just give that a shot. They weren't expensive. And I really can't remember what else I put in my cart. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, and it's gonna drive me nuts, like, until I remember. Do I want it down? I want it further down. Yeah, that's just gonna drive me crazy. Maybe I should look real quick. Oh my goodness. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. Let that load up. Okay, so I also got... Yes, that's right. I had gone on to look for the stitching stamps like I had talked about in the other video, because I thought it would be cool to... Because you can't really stitch these kinds of pockets, you know, like you'd stitch it closed. You know, so that you could like stamp so it looks like patchwork quilting a little better. So I got those, and then I found something while I was just surfing and browsing, and I thought, oh, I could do that, I could use that. And it's a ruler. It's not a ruler, but it is. It has a ruler on it. It's like a stencil. It's a line stencil. So you can make a bunch of straight lines on a page, like normal lined paper. And I thought, you know, there are some people I make custom journals for, and they request lined paper on a lot of the digitals, and a lot of the digitals do not come with lines on them, so I end up having to do what I'm not supposed to do, and that's alter them to have lines specifically for my client. I do not sell them as a whole altered ever. I only ever do lines as an alteration for a client who asks for them. Otherwise, I do not touch other people's work, because they're beautiful and they're perfect just the way they are, and there is no need to do that. Even the ones that I'm gonna struggle with, because they're so pretty and they're so detailed, I'm not altering them. I'm just going to I'm not digitally altering them. I'm just going to, excuse me, put vellum over it, potentially, which I'm probably going to do because I like making journals you can actually write in. So, so there's that. So I got that, and it comes in 2 sizes. So I'm pretty excited to at least play with it and have it in my arsenal of things in case I need to use it, and I think I probably will. Oop, squeaky. So. So those are the things that I got. All right. These colors all together, just so pretty. I mean, you can never go wrong with a blue, teal, and a pink. I mean, they just go so perfectly together. Like, yeah, so I really do. I think these pockets have been turning out really lovely. It got really dark outside all of a sudden. I think we're in for some rain. Okay. Let's decorate. Oh, I did pull this little piece out. I think I'm going to put it like that. Yeah, it's getting time to replace that little spot. Okay, that's down. Ugh, the cap won't go on. Okay, there we go. Let's just make sure everything's down again. Okay. So far we have that. I know it's a little blown out right now. I had to up the brightness a little bit so that you could see because it's really dark in here. So I apologize that it's a little, the light's blown out. So let's find, I want something else on it. Where is, this one? It is, it's this one. Okay. I mean, we got this pretty, no, let's do butterfly. I got, I do not have that many left in this stash. beautiful monarch. Monarchs mean a lot on my dad's side of the family. Well, with my dad. But this isn't about that right now. Could do a pretty yellow one. These ones are more normal, realistic colors. I mean, I guess the other ones are too, but they got a little bit more pastel to them. What about a smaller butterfly and then like a little, what about like, I mean, that works almost too darn well. And then like that. I think I like that. We're gonna go with that. I spend too much time thinking these days. I'm gonna pull that out because I might want to put a little something on these too. So I really just got to get better at decision making. I kind of get caught in a loop of being indecisive too often. So do some passes. Make sure that it's good inked. Okay. Okay. Let's bit my tongue. That's a new one. I don't do that often. Owie. Alright, let's try to quickly find something. As I take all of the time in all of the world. Let's get these two out too. Kind of thinking of this one for this one. I'm going to just if it even showing up, and I'm gonna cut it. Come on now. I know, I'm sorry, I'm doing it off camera. Okay. Scissors. There. I like that. So although, I mean, this book's I'm gonna sell it, and it can be referenced to anybody really, but I'm picking a lot of the things that I've been doing in this book. I've been trying to do with keeping in mind of my half-sister Jessica, because this book is inspired by her. And so I've been trying to think of, not trying to think of, I have been making things and putting sayings and things that are prevalent and relevant to her and my family. So, you know. Like, big smiles works for everybody, but it is actually something that was said frequently in correlation with her. So, you know, I wanted to put that on something. I think I'm going to put it on her, even though she's not smiling very big, but I mean, she's just cute as can be. So, do I want it up here? I think I'd rather have it down at her feet. Big smiles. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's do this guy. You know, I do say that I'm selling this one, but I might keep it. I don't know, or I might give it away to family. I'm not entirely sure yet. I would like to make money, but this journal is pretty special. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do yet. Maybe I'll talk to them and see. And see what I should do, or what, if they want it, or I don't know. I know I take so long. I have dyslexia and dyspraxia, so amongst other things that occur with those two disabilities, it takes me a minute to read and process what I'm reading, so please be patient with me. We'll do this one. It started with love. I don't want to, I'm not going to spill my family's business everywhere. But it became love more than, unfortunately, started. But when she entered the place that she was supposed to be, it started, and it started with love. Okay. I know it's so blown out. I wonder if I can, like, darken a little bit. You can see a little bit better. Okay. So we got those pockets done. I'll try to use them. I have so much stuff already going into this journal, but I'll try to use them. I'll probably end up using them. I got a lot of pages to fill. Oh, I hate. Okay. Put that away, because I'm gonna need space, because now we're constructing the signatures. We're at least starting it. I don't know. Oh, I just spilt everything everywhere. Hold on 1 minute, please. Like I am with all of my crafting, I am extremely slow in just about everything I do. So, these now go into my collage scraps. Whoop. Alright, move that aside. Move that aside. Don't need glue out. Don't need that out. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay, so I think I'll just start folding, and we'll go from there and start constructing piles. So we'll get everything folded and ready to go. And then we'll divide them. I don't think I asked how everybody was doing today. How is everybody doing today? I hope good. I'm doing all right today. Before I got on to start recording, I was talking with my husband, because he's at work, but I text him while he's at work. It's fine. He was telling me that there's, he's been training a bunch of new employees at his job, and he's had this one employee now for 3 days that's brand new. And he was like, yeah, he's pretty cool. And then today, he told this other guy, not my husband, told an extremely racist joke. And so now they need to report him, and they're reporting him to their company, because that doesn't get to stand. You don't get to do that. He felt comfortable with a bunch of other white men, and he shouldn't have felt comfortable, and the rest of the guys are all reporting him. They are not going to stand for that, and I'm proud of them for not letting that shit fly. Excuse my language. No, that doesn't get to, you don't get to feel comfortable and believe that everybody is as racist as you are. I'm sorry. It does not work that way. And I'm disgusted that he felt comfortable because he was with a bunch of other white men, that he was like, oh, they must be like I think. And no. And it wasn't just like, apparently it wasn't just like an off-color joke, an off-humor joke. You know, sometimes you let some of those pass, depending on what they are. Sometimes they're just like, they're crass, and they're not, really funny, and they're not, like, they're not, you know, they're not good. You shouldn't be telling them anyway, but you can be kind of like, yeah, you know, man, don't do that, you know. but apparently the joke was not just off color, but very white supremacist. So no, we're not dealing with that. This took a dark turn. I apologize. So we got those. Okay, so the reason I set these aside is that they're from two different packs. So I have this pack, which goes all the way to the edge, and I have this pack, which doesn't. There's a white border. So I need to trim off the white border on all of these. And it's going to trim off a lot of what's on the back because the white border isn't even. So it's going to trim some of the picture off, and they're not going to be the same size as those, but that's okay. They don't need to be. But this is what I'm going to be doing probably until the video ends. I apologize. I thought I had more time. I thought we'd get a little bit more of this done today. I was wrong. So okay, see, and then like on that side, because it didn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't lined up. So I mean, you can tell, like, it's supposed to have this like book edge, and now it doesn't, like, at all on two sides. But I mean, what can you do? Like, it is what it is, right? Oh, I'm trying to remember. I watch King of the Hill all the time, and there's an episode where Bobby is growing roses, and they tell him that he's got some, and I forget the word for it that they used. But essentially it's like, you know, it's beautiful in being a little cattywampus and not perfect. Wabi-sabi is what they call it. I have no idea if that's an actual word, or if it means that. If it is, I don't know. I'm going off of King of the Hill, so in using that as a specific reference for this specific thing, it's got a little wabi-sabi. These sure are pretty though, aren't they? I am always in such awe at people who can, that people can make these. I draw. I am a digital artist. I can draw, but I have a really hard time layering stuff like this and understanding where they get their images and how they can lay it all together. Like, my brain just I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine. I would like to learn how to do it though. Maybe I'll look up some guides. I've made digital pages. I have one set that's for sale on my Etsy shop. It's not for everybody. Like, everybody can buy it, but it isn't everybody's like cup of tea, is what I'm saying. It's very specific. Ooh, fat squirrels on the roof again. I am in the process of making, because I did make another another digital set for somebody, but it's very specific to them, and I want to take the ideas from it and modify it to be more for the public use. And it's a relationship. It's for a relationship journal, so you can like log all of your like best dates, your first dates, when you met, your anniversaries, you know, Christmases, you know, like what's your favorite dinner to cook together, you know, favorite dinner to cook together, favorite movie you guys watch together, you know, stuff like that. And I made it, but I made it very specifically to his wants, because he was getting it for his girlfriend, and it was so sweet. Because he was going to fill it out and then give it to her. Ooh, shush, shush, shush. Ooh, shush. Bolin. Hold on one. Sorry about that. Almost made it one whole video without having to pause because of my darn dog. Almost. So yeah, I made that, but it's got like their names on it, and it's got like very specific things that he wanted to fill out for her specifically. And I think I just need to make, and I just want to make it more general and broad and less tailored. So I'm working on that, but again, it doesn't look like this. You know, it doesn't look like that. It's more of a, you know, like a bullet journal in aesthetic more than these beautiful, beautiful digital papers. Oh, that's what I should have done. I apologize to the people that made these and where I bought them from. I will have to write down the shops that I got these from. I will do that in the next video. I will share where I got these beautiful papers from. I apologize that I didn't do that in this video. Excuse me, dry spot. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, I've torn some of these up, like to use as collage pieces, but my goodness, that is so beautiful. I really do think this is going to be a very pretty journal. I have put a lot of work into this one. I mean, I put a lot of work into all of them, but, you know, I put an extra little something special, I think, into this one. Look at that. So that's what I'm talking about. All the different little textures and areas and colors and stuff. I mean, just, it's just so pretty. Alright, I think we have enough time to get those folded. Whoops. Those are way too thin to do anything with, so put those back down, get a little station set back up. Keep folding. Excuse me. Yeah, these are a little bit smaller, aren't they? That's alright. Let's see. Yeah. So they're roughly still the same size width, but length, there's a good half an inch or so difference. But, you know, that's okay. Well, that's even. It just doesn't look even. Sorry, I keep clacking that. My gosh, I love that color. That is just so pretty. It's hard to tell, but it's like a really rich purple color. So those are our current digitals. And now we're just going to start divvying them up into 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just go back around. This is just how I do it. There are a ton of ways that you can do this. You can make an entire signature one at a time and then put them all in the journal. I've seen people do that. This is just the way that I do it to keep myself as organized as possible and to make sure that each signature, gets the same amount of papers and gets an equal distribution of the papers. So each signature is going to have 4 digitals that are totally on theme. And then, so then I just take them and I start making piles like that. So, oh, for the love of... What was I even talking about? You know, so that I don't get all confused and that everything... So all the other papers are going to be, like coffee dyed papers and... Screw it. I have too much stuff up here right now. Okay. Coffee dyed papers and other mixed media paper and stuff like that. Oh, for the love of Pete. Okay. It's been an interesting video, hasn't it? So this is what we got for today. Cutting it a little short because I don't got too much time to do much else. I don't have enough time to like snoop around and find all the little pictures. So these are our 5 signatures started. We will make pocketed pages out of this Stamperia Shabby Rose scrapbooking paper. as well, so that'll be one of the pages in the 12-page signature for this journal. And then, yeah, so that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out. I really appreciate it. And please stop by and hang out with me again in another video. All right. Have a good day. Bye.